So let's talk about birthright citizenship now in limbo. The Supreme Court decided on Friday in a 6-3 ruling that individual judges do not have the authority to grant nationwide injunctions. This is a big win for President Trump, praising the court's decision.
This is really also a decision based on common sense. It didn't work the other way. It was a disaster where somebody from a certain location in a very liberal state or a liberal judge or a liberal group of judges could tie up a whole country for years because their decision would sometimes take years to overturn.
And NewsNation's Mills Hayes is here to break this decision down. Mills, it seems that President Trump's executive orders are getting new life.
Well, President Trump has signed more than 160 executive orders since taking office, and there have been more than 300 lawsuits seeking to block the president's actions. But now those EOs may pack a bigger punch following the Supreme Court ruling that limits the power of federal judges to issue these nationwide injunctions. On President Trump's first day back in the Oval Office,
The next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
Yeah, that's a good one.
he issued over 20 executive orders, including one that sought to deny birthright citizenship to children born in the U.S. to people here illegally. A federal judge in Washington state issued a nationwide injunction blocking the president's order.
In practice, this meant that if any one of the nearly 700 federal judges disagreed with the policy of a duly elected president of the United States, he or she could block that policy from going into effect or at least delay it for many years, tie it up in the court system. This was a colossal abuse of power.
There are 94 judicial districts across the country.
And 35 out of the 40 opinions with nationwide injunctions came from 5 liberal districts in this country. These injunctions have blocked our policies from tariffs to military readiness to immigration to foreign affairs, fraud, abuse, and many other issues. Americans are finally getting what they voted for. No longer will we have rogue judges striking down President Trump's policies across the entire nation.
Nationwide injunctions have become a problem for Republican and Democratic presidents, but Trump has received the most by far. A Harvard Law review from 2024 found that 93.6% of nationwide injunctions issued during Trump's first term and during the Biden administration were issued by judges appointed by a president of the opposing political party.
We can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis.
Some of those policies include dismantling the Department of Education and the U.S. Agency for International Development, freezing federal funding to sanctuary cities, suspending refugee resettlement in the U.S., and restricting taxpayer funding of gender-affirming care. This new ruling means that federal district courts must limit their injunctions to the parties bringing the case forward, meaning it will be more difficult and time-consuming to challenge executive orders. But some groups have already found a way around this new ruling by filing a class action lawsuit instead, which allows people to sue on behalf of a larger group who have suffered similar issues from a government policy. Natasha.
Yeah, that workaround, very interesting. Mills Hayes with that tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.